Hey guys, I just uploaded a video and it was so glitchy. It's two things. YouTube's working on their platform and my computer, my desktop is getting real old. But I want you to hear this. I'm so pissed. I should have watched it before I uploaded it because the part that's a major tidbit of information matters and I want you to hear it. It's speaking about, they're saying their original message was you must apply to the regular unemployment insurance and either get approved or denied. Then you can apply for the PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. They're saying that's not true. And I'm going to let you listen to it because I should have listened to the video beforehand. This computer's getting old and now it's telling me I have to rehook everything up. I just don't have that kind of time right now. I will soon. Here you go. I got it to the point, the spot.
New York's instructions, which say, quote, you cannot apply for PUA until you have been determined ineligible for unemployment insurance benefits. You must apply for UI before you apply for PUA. But the Federal Department of Labor says this is wrong, writing in a statement, quote, a determination of ineligibility for regular benefits does not require an individual to have applied for and been denied regular UI benefits. Marianne Trasciatti, the director of labor studies at Hofstra University, says these technical problems expose deeper issues that will outlast the pandemic.
The nature of work in the United States has changed profoundly, and we have not caught up with that change.
Still,
they haven't caught up with the change. We are a part of history. It's so true. I mean, so many things have changed. Their system is set up for like 1970, 80, 90s. It's not the 20th century anymore. We're in the 21st century. I didn't want to go. I tried to go live on the computer. I have to figure everything out. They're changing everything. But my computer's getting very dated. So the compatibility, they want me to hook up my camera again. I haven't done that in so long. Well, I got to do that when I'm bright-eyed and perky, you know, and see if I can get one more round out of it because I still use it. But do you hear what they're saying, guys? The Department of Labor, they will get to us eventually. They are aware there are a lot of people out there like us that deserve that $600 a week for a while, like everyone else. We're the ones who deliver to all the people. Well, I shouldn't say all the people working, but I know people that are not working and they're getting full pay. You know, it's just not fair. We are innovators. We're part of the new world. And we are the guinea pigs. I've said this before. It's interesting, but you got to ride out the wave. So I received my $1,200 stimulus check yesterday. I paid off my smallest credit card. You know what? I paid off my second smallest. I invested $100. I gave the rest to myself. My life doesn't change. I was, if you follow me, I wasn't going out. I was living without. I was working hard. I was working 2 wee hours in the morning. I was banging out my debt. And I was studying for a brighter future. So I can change and do something different. I wasn't going clothes shopping. I wasn't going out. For me, everything's the same. It's a little more isolating. And there aren't as many jobs available out there because half the places are not opening anymore. And in New York State, I don't know where you're located, but in New York State, they informed us today, we got to wear a mask when we go into any public area. That means any store, any place. And, oh God, what was I going to say? In New York State, oh, the forced pause, the social distancing, the quarantining the best you can, unless you're an essential person out in the field. They're keeping it going until May 15th. That's a month away. A month. Now I'll read your stuff. I'm sorry I had to use my phone. Yeah, staying safe is insane. I heard up there in New York and New Jersey where I'm from. Oh yeah, and New Jersey, I have family in Jersey. It's just as bad or worse. Like, this is an area where I live in that it's getting hit hard now. Like New York City, it spread out really quick. They had to tell everybody, stay inside. They had to control it. You see, if you watch the local news, I mean, it's on 24/7 because it changes by the hour, by the half an hour. You got to stay on top of it. I worked and I was like, oh, let me go to the store in the evening. And I went to CVS at 8:30. They were closed. I thought it would be a good time to go. It's a 24-hour CVS. I'm like, oh, really? I thought they would have stayed open till at least 10. They're 24-hour CVS. 8:30 is a bit much. But they need time, I guess, to... They're cleaning everything more so than they did before because those cleaning jobs went by the wayside for a long time. Germs. Now everybody's so concerned about germs. You know, well, it should have been done it should have been done right in the first place instead of huge corporations taking shortcuts. How far can we go spending how little money? You know, it backfired for everyone. Then I went to Walgreens thinking, oh, they stay open till 12. They'll probably stay open till 10, and they were closed. I was like, it's 8:30. You know, I would have probably sucked it up and hopefully got one more delivery. It's just so weird. You go outside. It's weird. The Phoenix, but my wife is from Long Island. She's from Patchogue. Patchogue, that's 45 minutes from here. No traffic where I am. A lot of Northeast states have extended it to May 15th. 600 deaths. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow, that's the East Coast. Hello, Janet Collins. Hi in South Florida. Here in South Florida, you will get fined if you're not wearing a mask inside a store or restaurant. They just said it today. The governor of New York City, said it today. Yeah. That it's mandatory. If you go into a store and you can't practice social distancing, you have to have a mask on. Thank God my mother gave me a few and I had two. They're going to have to hold me over for now. Stuff from China, maybe if it were made stuff here, wouldn't be as bad. Not to mention we outsource stuff from China. I understand what you're saying. I get it. Well, they didn't want to do it. And they were hoping that's why they were giving us updates. I mean, if you turn on almost any channel, you could get 3 or 4 updates a day without using YouTube. I mean, it's on everywhere. They were trying to prevent, let's not do that. Let's not have to do that. Let's not have to do that. We don't want to shut down the economy. It's doing a lot of damage. I hear, because I've been watching videos all day, listening. More listen. They're already talking about a second round of stimulus. And they'll already have it. They're talking about it to give it to the Senate. I think that's the level they're at. And, you know, there's a lot to weed out, but they're going to have to do it now. They said May 15th. We might not get it until the end of May, but they're going to have to do it. You're forcing people not to earn money. You're forcing people to live without. That's not the people's fault. It's not everybody's. I mean, oh God, it just every time you wake up, you're like, oh, there's something more to follow now. Got it. And a friend of mine that I met out in the field, we touch base once in a while, May 26th in Milwaukee. I'm going to work tomorrow and Saturday. I work today, but I'm not doing it all day. I'm going to work part-time. I'm going to go out during the day for a little while, and then I have to. I waited. I've been saying it for over a week. I want to go to CVS once and not have to go there again till June. I'm down to my last bit of makeup. I'm down to my last bit of personal stuff. I'd rather just go down the street to a CVS and next week go shopping once and not have to go to a store for a few weeks. I'm shopping in a way that I don't want to go back to the store because it's not, oh, pull up. I'll be 30 minutes. By the time you shop, get online and run out the door. When you just get a small basket of stuff, you can't do that anymore. Because if you go to a regular food store around here, even the smaller stores, there's a line out the door. And that's the way it's going to be for a little while. That's the way it's going to be. I just had Burger King. And the woman, she was so sweet. Freeport Burger King, they're the best. And she yells through the speaker, "Is that you, Michelle?" I made some friends. Like, yeah, she is. She's the best. They have the best Burger King in Nassau County, Freeport. The staff's great. They're great. They're so great. And she's like, "Where you been? I haven't seen you in a while." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you can't eat Burger King all the time." And I'm so thirsty. They have a lot of salt in their food. Once in a while, it's okay. I bet if you are Catholic and forming, I bet if, oh, you might know the priest that married, has real famous in Suffolk County. I don't know. Married my wife and I don't know. I don't go to church. I was raised Catholic. I'm sure I don't know them. Where the stocks went lower. Oh, that's okay. I still got my 100. I have 100. I sold a lot of them when they were like in the dollars, high dollars this week. And I sold like half of them that I had when they went up to $4. I made a good profit off of that. I was very lucky. It was a good learning experience. That's something I'm going to talk about eventually when I get there, guys. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. So, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know. Friend of mine that I met in the field, her name is Daisy. She lives a town away, and she called me today because we exchanged numbers. And we haven't spoken in a while, and she told me that she's very on top of the number count of people in each town, and she blew my mind. I'm like, what? 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 And she told me, I don't want to say the town because you never know, somebody might want to sue you and take something from you. But she told me to stay away from this one area that it's off the charts, how many people are sick and how many people have passed. And it's not far from here. And when I had Uber on, that location was dark red on the map and it was spreading out. Probably because nobody wants to go there. I'm really happy my new friend called me. She's a good driver. She had a managerial job of some kind, and her life changed a little bit in the past few years. So she started doing gigs for income. You know, she's married, income. So when she saw her kids home from school, and her kids doing school at home, and she takes care of her mom that lives with her, and she'd stop delivering because she can't take the chance because her mother is not in good health. And it's bad enough her husband goes out, and she's worried about a child. This woman doesn't want to go out there anymore. She's very upset about that because her situation, she doesn't live alone. And her mother has a heart condition, and she's not in the best of shape. You know, she has can't say that word, preconditions. I tried to say that the other day. Pre-existing condition. She's not the healthiest person. So she's got to be very careful. And it's bad enough her husband has to be very careful when he comes home. So she gave me a heads up, and I was like, oh my God, on the map. That's where it's the most orange and red. I'm not going there. I'm going to listen to Daisy. I'm not going anywhere near there. I kept driving. They kept wanting to send me, and this has nothing to do with the area that I'm speaking about. They kept wanting to send me to Queens and Jamaica And some other place, I was like, I think that's past Jamaica. I'm not going out there for $10. What are you, out of your mind? Oh gosh, they said, if they said $50, well, that's a different story. Traffic I would have did at $50. I am Nassau, but I don't know. PDD sent me here actually. Oh, Pete, yes. Oh, good. Good. So, because of leaving food at door, do you feel your tips are suffering? You know what? No, I feel average. But tonight, my very first Uber delivery, and I thought it was a glitch in the app, and I was like, wow, what did I do? Did I do more Ubers than I thought? Because I was doing a little Uber and Grubhub, and I was saying no, because I won't work for free. I'm out here. I'm out here. I couldn't believe a couple offers that Grubhub sent me. I'm like, no, forget it. And they rang me right back because they're just trying. Somebody gave me a $16.95 tip. Made my whole day. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? I didn't even do anything crazy. I waved to him and I was like, yeah, I see you. No problem, sir. Enjoy your food. He got a lot of food. Oh, where did he get it from? It was a big bag. I had to go in. I got it from Croxley's Ale's house in Rockville Center, and it was a big bag. I had to go get my big bag, and it was a lot of food. He gave me $16.95, baby. Everybody else gave me a few dollars. All on the app. I really don't want to touch anyone. I don't want to. I went away, and I get near my car, and I wave. I go, good evening. I make sure they got it. $20, that's great, Bobby T. Hey, hello, Giggy. Hi, I'm going to watch your video, but wanted to catch up. Well, I turned that part on. I'll do it again, so you guys can hear this one more time. Because Daisy, when she called me, she said, "Is this true? Is this true? I've been watching you." Because this woman was out of work before she started gigging. Like, she was doing it a little bit, and I met her, but her life was changing when I met her. And she was out of work, and she applied for the unemployment, and they still haven't contacted her. It was just at the bad time is when everything started changing. Things happen for a reason. I met a new friend, I'm going to play it one more time. I'll let you listen.
Pandemic assistance like real estate broker Jennifer Novus playing phone tag with the state for 2 weeks.
I did receive a call on Saturday. I was able to speak to somebody briefly, but we were disconnected. So I have not been able to even get through the unemployment process yet to move forward with the pandemic.
Novus is following New York's instructions, which say, quote, you cannot apply for PUA until you have been determined ineligible for unemployment insurance benefits. You must apply for UI before you apply for PUA.
No.
The Federal Department of Labor says this is wrong, writing in a statement, quote, a determination of ineligibility for regular benefits does not require an individual to have applied for and been denied regular UI benefits. Marianne Trasciati, the director...
It's so true. I read that all over the web 2 weeks ago. You must be denied or approved for regular unemployment before you apply for the PUA. And I filled out that PUA the very first moment they put that application up. It was a Monday, the 5th, April. The 6th. Sunday night, it was not up there. And on April 6th, I filled out the PUA, not the regular unemployment. They're still going to call me from that unemployment. That was days before. They are, I don't know. Oh, and when they call you, I want you to know, yeah, they're going to tell you the date that you applied, but they're also going to say a couple of numbers of your Social Security, and they're going to ask you to say the rest. They're also going to tell you what your mother's maiden name is. What else did they ask me? They asked me, this woman was good. She told me a few things that only someone with that information would have. So don't fall for the scam, and that's what they speak about in this segment too. Don't fall for the scam. They got to tell you some information. they got to work with you halfway because you got to make sure they're legit because the number that's calling is from a blocked number. A blocked number. Oh, I'm using the mouse. Yeah, Gig Life. You got a $20 tip. Yeah, $20 tips are good. Bobby and Gig Life with Lexi got $20 tips, baby. Oh, yeah, well, you have to be careful. She was like, oh, your mother's name, you know, and then she said, what's this of your Social Security? What else did she ask me? She was good. She said she was just tired, but she obviously has done this kind of work before. She put my mind at ease, and I made it clear that she was speaking to me, you know? So that's that. Yeah, you got to be very worried about scammers. So that's that, guys. Okay, I didn't want to go live, but I couldn't believe that part of the segment didn't play on the video. I should have listened to it first. You don't. That's false. Even though they have it up there all over the web, because they're trying to figure it out, it's false. I'm so happy I uploaded 10 files, all my 1099s, one pay stub. If they had more room, I would have given them more. A copy of my license, a copy of my Social Security card to the government website. And that was it. That was it. Proof. There you go. Proof. There's all my info. Yes, guys, listen to that. Watch out for the IRS scam calls coming back from overseas with stimulus check stuff. You'll know. You'll know. They got to meet you halfway. They got to know stuff about you not many people know. Very few. You got to be really careful. Pandemic unemployment assistance. If they don't put you in the category of traditional unemployment insurance, they will put gig workers, self-employed, sole proprietors, freelancers, people like that. In my situation, I have a 1099. I have 5 1099s. And it's called, they'll put me underneath that category. It's an umbrella to unemployment insurance. It's part of the CARES Act that became a law. The bill became a law. Hello, Christian Oval. Oh, doing okay. You know, cruising along. Yes, pandemic unemployment assistance. And then it goes to pandemic unemployment compensation. And then it goes to pandemic emergency unemployment compensation. That's how it goes. UI to PUA to PUC to PEUC. Those are the acronyms for all of those. I did a video, if you check my channel, it was only a few days ago, you'll see it. Yes, well, the PUA is part of unemployment. The SBA, Small Business Administration, that EIDL, I got to look up what that means, like the emergency thing from the SBA. That has nothing to do with unemployment. The stimulus, the SBA got a big chunk of money from the stimulus, and they're going to give them another one because they already ran out of money, because something with the EIDL and the PPP, the Payroll Protection Plan, I think that's what it's called, payroll protection something. Businesses have to, that's more for businesses. They want to keep, there's a lot at play there. Yeah, there's a lot of rules and guidelines to receive a forgivable loan with those businesses that do that. The PPP, payment, paycheck payment, something. There's a lot involved. So the one I told you to apply to, they stopped the applications because they need to catch up, and they ran out of money. but they might realize after 2 to 3 weeks, maybe they have some money left over. I mean, I did everything twice to the SBA. I didn't want to miss out on an opportunity. So maybe they think a lot more applications are coming in. I wasn't the only one that did that. I followed guidelines from people saying they did it 5 times because they were nervous, because they never did anything like this before, because they're not knowledgeable in that niche, and I'm not. I just took a potluck, and I used a video, and I filled it out, and I took it step by step. I figured, what do I have to lose? I gained some knowledge about something I never knew anything about. People talk. I think it's great you keeping... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lexi. Thanks a lot. Visit Gig Life for Lexi. She has a channel. She updates people, too. I like that. That's what they're saying. But you know what, Christian? What are the odds of that really going through? However, they might meet them halfway. I think it's too good to be true that they're going to send out how many millions of people earn under $139,000 a year. I just feel that would be impossible. I feel, don't get your hopes up, but I bet you they'll meet them halfway and make some kind of plan. There's definitely got to be a round 2 stimulus going out. Absolutely. But giving people $2,000 a month for 6 months, oh, come on. I doubt that'll happen. That won't happen. Graham Stephan just uploaded a video. He's very good. He's a very smart 32-year-old. He's very successful. He's one of the channels I watch. And he just put up a video about that $2,000 stimulus, monthly tax-free income. You should watch it. Graham Stephan. He has a really good channel. It will probably be the same amount. Well, they're talking about giving $2,000 for 6 months. I received $1,200, one-shot deal. It's insulting, and I live really small, and I live with less than. I just can't imagine why somebody thought that would be enough. The more I think about it, it was insulting to a lot of people that were forced to stop living. Stop. The worlds were turned upside down. Everything closed. Big homes. They don't have money coming in. They can't afford that. They live outside of their means. So with that $1,200 check, guys, I paid off a credit card. I invested $100 and I kept the rest for a little backup, and I'm still working. Got to work part-time. That's just the way it is. In California or New York. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And things are getting really cheap, but after this is all said and done, inflation's going to kick in, and then those loans that they gave out to small businesses, because the SBA, they're giving out loans to small businesses if they follow the rules and guidelines, but like that Paycheck Protection Plan, I think it's called. A lot of small to mid-sized companies relying on that. A year from now, they're going to go bankrupt. You watch. Inflation's going to kick in, and we're going to be paying for this for a long time. All this money being produced by the federal government. We're going to pay a long time. It's too much. They're giving out too much. Something went wrong that they feel they have to give out. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's going to be bad for a long time. This is a time to invest. And I'm going to share that with you on another. I'm deciding what I want to do about sharing that information. I'll get to it when I get to it. Guys, thank you so much. Hope so, Bob. Unemployment is horrible. Yeah. It would be if they approved my unemployment. Oh, don't worry. This is why they said that on the news. Eventually, they're going to get to us. Eventually. But I don't think I'll receive any unemployment until June. At this rate, they are so backed up. even if they got me on the phone in a couple of weeks, I probably will have to wait at least a few weeks for that money. They're just so backed up. But it was good to hear it on the news. You know, loud and clear for the public, not just on a YouTube channel. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. They're very informative. They teach you a lot. But to hear that kind of information on the local news, you know they're working on it. They're getting there. Yes, it was good to hear it on the news. That's for sure. Okay, guys, it was a real pleasure. Thanks for the thumbs up. Any thumbs up are appreciated. And I'll be around. I'm going out tomorrow and Saturday. This week I'm taking off Sunday. That's what I'm doing. Guys, thank you. Good luck. And I'll be watching your channels. I do. I watch your channels. I listen to YouTube videos all day long. I love it.
Studies at Hofstra University says these technical problems expose deeper issues that will outlast the pandemic.
The nature of work in the United States.
It's very glitchy, the YouTube TV on my desktop, but it's still working. I'll see you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. Have a good one. Money's coming. The Department of Labor, unemployment, they're aware. They're getting there. I'll see you guys. Bye.